All right, so we're back on site. This episode's going to start a little bit different because Ryan's on vacation. Ryan usually does all our filming or editing, everything like that, and does a great job because this is the best I can do. Check this out. Right there you can see we've got our windows. They showed up yesterday and are currently being installed. We've already got the 3 upstairs ones in ready to go, and we've done a bunch otherwise. So one of the main things we've been working on too is getting all the architectural details finished. Now this is all subframing we've been doing. So if you see up here, all this had to be built down to make sure that the beams all look consistent the whole way around. That's what we've been doing. Getting all that prepped ready to go. The soffit is 2 weeks away from arriving, but we have all our fascia flashing, so we've been working on that quite a bit. This is what the boys did yesterday. So you can see espresso is the color in case you want it. That's what we got there. Other thing we've been working on quite a bit too is getting ready for hydro. We made the decision to, rather than running an overhead mast into the middle of the house, we were gonna trench across. So check this out. All dug up. Our brand new waterproofing. We didn't damage it, but sucks to have to dig this out twice. So bad marks for us not planning ahead on that one. Let's go take a look inside. We've been working really hard on getting everything prepped for the floor, and we should be starting to lay tile. So right here, you can see that self-levels on the floor, ready to go. One of the main first tasks is drywall. So we finished most of this stuff already. We've got drywall in a good amount of spaces. One of the only spaces left is right here. We're ready to go. And here we go, we are inside. Look at all that beautiful drywall. Our windows are all prepped, ready to go for installation. Now, we've ordered these with just the jam returns rather than with a full jam because all the depths are slightly different. It's a real pain in the butt to be trying to rip down jams that are already built into the windows. So everything's been ordered without those, and we're going to be installing them afterwards with everything ready to go. Now, the other thing we've done is starting on drywall mudding and taping, and we've also done the hardwood up here. It's a bit backwards to do the hardwood before the drywall, but just given our schedule constraints and timing wise, we had to get it done. We've double protected the floor with 2 layers of hardboard everywhere, and everything's wrapped up. So everything's covered in a layer of cardboard and a layer of hardboard on top of it. Got a little bit of infill to do, but there's a new window installed right there. Hey Ryan, hope you're not dead right now. It'd be really awkward if you were. All right, so it's April in Canada. Got a little springtime snowstorm. Got the generator running. Hydro switchover happened this morning, and we got a new panel with extra space. We've got a new service on the house. Work doesn't stop just because of the snowstorm. We've been working quite hard on getting all the subframing picked up, which is all now complete, for all the soffit fascia, make it look the same. There it is right there, brand new service. Over here, we've been working quite a bit on our soffit stuff. There you go.
Is this ours? Yeah.
Let's go inside, let's see what they're working on. Actually, scratch that. Check this out. So we wanted to add some perimeter heating around by the patio doors. So patio door goes here, and we're gonna have a trench heater right here. And we're back. Ryan's back, so I don't have to film myself anymore. I was talking a bit about these trenches. So perimeter heat trenching is pretty common, especially in Europe. Not that unusual to do, but it is unusual in a residential setting to see in Canada. What we're doing here is we've excavated down. We're gonna be putting a metal box inside of there and inserting fin radiators if you're nasty, into the trench here and closing everything up. Hardwood flooring's already laid up to this point here. It's about as close as we dared go. And so what we're gonna do is continue it up right up to the edge of the trench, and we're gonna take a piece of white oak, which is what the flooring's made out of, match it with stain color, insert it into the trench with some CNC slots routed into it. Overall, I think it's gonna be a very tight look. And we'll show you that on the final walkthrough because I'm sure that'll be done just at the end. Obviously, we're missing our 2 doors here. We had a problem with the glass. It's a really big door. They had a bit of a problem making the glass, so we're supposed to be receiving these today, actually, which would be great. We'll fire these in tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get some nice B-roll of that. As I said, we've laid our hardwood flooring up to here. Our kitchen's already arrived. It's gonna start install over here tomorrow. And then as soon as we get these rad boxes in, we're gonna continue on with our hardwood flooring across here. 2 doors, 3 doors realistically. We're gonna put our flooring in and get our kitchen going. Bing, bang, boom. That's going great over here. Main focus also is getting cabinetry in because we're getting towards the end of the project. So our tile's already done over here, and we're starting tile over here. Brendan's on his hands and knees, slaving hard. But let's go upstairs. I want to show you a bit more. All right, so one of the other things you'll notice too is we have our drywall complete and our priming. So 5 coats of mud everywhere just because the walls were so out of whack. And overall, I'm very happy with everything came out. Dave King did a great job. So that's done. And priming's all complete. We've also done first coat in a few different areas because it is a darker color. This is Blue Nose. You need to know what it is. So one of the things we do is we go around and make sure that the painters know all the different colors that we're getting. So on our first pass after priming, we do our prime check, come back and do re-prime on the prime check spots. And then we do our first coat and 2 coats on the ceilings. That allows us to come in at the end once the trim's all installed. And we do our trim painting, and then we do our final wall coat painting all at the same time, just to make sure we're wrapped up quickly because painting can always drag on at the end. We have a bit of flooring left to do up on this side. Our bathroom, which we didn't really touch, is getting touched up. It's just getting a fresh coat of paint and a new window. So overall, we're pretty good. Now, the big thing we still have to do up here is this bathroom. So it has not really been touched since drywall. It does have a coat of paint on it. This needs a big change. So let's get after it. Let's get a montage going. Let's get this done. All right, so we're back. I hope that montage was fun. I want to talk a bit about this because obviously there's a giant door here now. This is fantastic. We got both our doors in. So this is a 15-footer, this is a 17-footer. We did some interesting things here that I think are a bit unique and I want to talk about them. One of the challenges you have with this much glass is how do you heat it? The seals are great, everything's going to hold up well, but all the same in the wintertime, dead of January, it's going to get cold here. Trench heaters are a pretty common solution for this. In commercial buildings, especially when you have curtain wall from floor to ceiling, you don't have an opportunity to put a radiator at the bottom of the floor. So we want to make sure that we have a way to heat the glass and make sure that we're tempering the cold. So when you're standing near, you don't feel it kind of coming in on you. We wanted to do a trench heater. Most of them are for commercial solutions, and we wanted to come up with a more residential approach to it. So we've actually created our own. This is a metal trough that we've inserted into the concrete slab, and we've added a fin radiator inside of it. So this is just hooked up to the regular boiler system. Now we have a semi-custom solution for this. We're going to be finishing our hardwood flooring up to here now that the doors went in yesterday, and we're going to be inserting a piece of white oak that's stained to match the flooring into this slot. Now we have to CNC some slots into it to allow the heat to escape, but I think it's a pretty clever solution. I don't mind saying so myself since I came up with it. But overall, very happy with how things are going. Got our drywall in. Cabinetry's underway now, which is great. I'm going to be talking a bit about that after they're a little further along. Got a huge kitchen here, a lot of really neat inserts, some really cool features. So we're going to continue with that. Great news is not only did those doors go in, that door over there went in, and this door over here. Client wanted a big focal piece front door, and I think we kind of nailed it in that aspect. Right here, nice, clean, easy, ready to go. Great hardware. This is Entry Guard. If you're looking for them, our guys at Aluminum Warehouse supplied this. They supply all our doors and windows. They do a great job. I know that Ty and Chris watch the channel, so hey boys. We're gonna be doing our stairs next week and replacing the treads. We're just doing a straight swap of the treads. We're not actually replacing everything. Upstairs, hardwood flooring's underway. We're almost wrapped up. We've had to be doing a bunch of little this and that. We've even pulled the radiator out, which is quite a chore. So radiator came out, it's gonna go back in. One of the things you gotta do. Hardwood flooring's all done through here. And then up over here, we're working on the main bathroom. All the guys are running away trying to hide from me right now. Will, our new but old employee, is working on the bathroom up here. So done our Schluter, our Curdy board, everything's in place. We've waterproofed everything. Custom sand bed, which you've seen in our other videos, so I'm not gonna go over that again. And then we have a bench over here. We've got a couple brackets that are rated for 600 pounds each. So should any recreational activities occur. And so we'll be installing those here, doing a custom Schluter surround for those, and then they'll be matching the tile. I think the tile's a pretty good choice. So Calcutta Gold is what it's called. So that'll be going in here in short order. And we've matched the floor and the walls. Now, you have to be careful when you're doing that. If you're ever planning to do that, make sure you get different textures because they sell a matte and a gloss. You want to put the matte on the floor, gloss on the walls, so that it doesn't become too slippery. You've heard me talk enough. Let's get back into the work.
And it's just that easy. In the time that it took to tile this bathroom, I lost my voice, but we're gonna keep going. So voila, not that hard. Got the tile on the floor, got our tile on the wall. And then over here, we got our bench built in and we're just tiling up the wall right now. So vanity's installed, which is great. There's also two uppers that go on either side here. We need to get the counters templated, which is happening in a couple hours. Going around, we're starting base and case in a lot of spots. And we're gonna get started on doors as well. Let's go downstairs real quick. I'm gonna show you the progress in the kitchen. And here we go. Bit chaotic in here. We do have the kitchen installed. We've built our hood fan. That's actually gonna get tiled, believe it or not. It's gonna look great. Appliances have been delivered. They're all cabinet faced, so we want them early so we can mount them in place, get the cabinetry lined up. make sure our review is nice and clean around the edge. Base and case is already here. Doors are gonna be here tomorrow. The guys have already started doing all the jamb extensions and casing around all the windows and doors. So you can see this is how we do it. This comes as 1x12 pine. We rip it down to the proper depth so it's flush with the drywall. And then we just case around it. So this is what it looks like in progress. We make sure we fill this edge with foam. Always make sure you fill this with foam. It's the worst spot for losing cold in the winter there. Do that, and then your finished product is just over there, ready for caulking and paint by the painters starting next week. Light fixtures are in. Our electrician's actually gone on vacation, so he had to get here early and finish it. That's why we're a little bit ahead of schedule with the pennants, for example. Doesn't hurt, nice and bright in here. We can film a lot easier, so that's good. Over on this side too, we have our living room cabinetry. Now, so we furred out this entire wall to make sure that we had the proper access, and then we've also built out a false panel on the back of the wall to make sure that it looks good. We're not relying on our drywall finish. So these are mostly installed, couple shelves, not a big thing. We're gonna get working on that. I think we're gonna wrap this video up here, show the big reveal at the end. I wanna walk you through when this is all finished. We got the flooring protection off, everything's prepped. I'm gonna sign off for now, and we'll see you next time.